Plan ahead for a century, act before it's too late. Xiefeng. February 18, 2023. Everyone desires to escape the cycle of reincarnation and ascend to heaven, and many hope to avoid the suffering of this earthly world. For this desire, many people search for ways to achieve their goal. Yet, looking back at human history, very few have truly succeeded. One reason is that people have not theoretically figured out the path to escape reincarnation and ascend to heaven, they are blindly stumbling around. Another reason is that very few actually follow the path they've found. The principle of escaping reincarnation and reaching heaven is simple and straightforward. First, sever worldly attachments. Second, repay your debts and accumulate enough treasures for entry into heaven. Third, perfect and beautify your soul garden so that your life meets the standards of a heavenly citizen. This simple principle is easily understood by anyone with basic logical thinking, but how many people truly act on it? Very few, very few. Although Christianity has monasteries and Buddhism has temples where people can sever worldly attachments, repay debts, and perfect the non-material structure of their life, there is still a fundamental question: what is the purpose of life? Is it to cultivate the Tao? The answer is clearly no. When a company creates a mobile phone, it is not for the phone to cultivate itself or improve itself, it's created for people to use. Only by providing use to people and generating profit for the company does the phone fulfill its purpose. So, was the Creator's sole intention for humans to cultivate the Tao? If so, wouldn't it have been easier to place people in heaven from the beginning? Undoubtedly, eyes were created for seeing and legs for walking. Otherwise, creating them would be redundant. In fact, such a simple truth can be understood even with one's buttocks and heels. The preamble above is just to tell people that the Earth's ecology, at the current rate of human development and demand, will soon collapse. The collapse of the ecology means that human survival will be in grave danger. Therefore, plan ahead for a century, act before it's too late. What does it mean to plan ahead? Quickly sever worldly attachments, repay your debts, accumulate merit, and cultivate your soul garden. Otherwise, when the crisis arrives, it will be too late to fix anything. For example, when you're nearing death, and someone is weeping and demanding that you distribute your inheritance, you might wish to have your body cremated to leave no lingering attachments, but someone strongly objects. This happens because your worldly attachments are not yet severed. Another example, you wish to ascend to the heavenly kingdom, the 1,000-year world, but someone holds on to your soul, not allowing you to leave, saying that you haven't repaid the money you owe them. Another person may claim you still owe them a favor because they once helped you. Yet another example, no one prevents you from heading to heaven, but when you reach its border, someone refuses to let you enter because you have no deposits in the heavenly bank, and you are sent back to where you came from. Lastly, you might have developed habits such as not finishing your food, relieving yourself anywhere, or gossiping behind people's backs. Even if you've severed your worldly attachments, repaid your debts, and accumulated enough deposits in the heavenly bank, your habits may not be fit for life in heaven, and the gates of heaven will not open for you. These are all examples of why, when the time comes, you might not be able to act according to your wishes. Cultivating and practicing to ascend to heaven is not complicated, the principle is this simple. But can you follow it? If you can't, no matter how beautiful your wishes are, in the end, they will remain just dreams, because when the time comes, you won't be able to act as you wish.